لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك.
Now, my Mom Online Radio and TV. Oh, share live. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, Skype, Twitter, and a Snapchat. And we a video. Name Moko Play Store. Now, person with you. Ewo wasuma. Search Mom Radio 1. Ubenya ye app no. Edi ato phone so. Baby a ubiano. Ubitimi tie live. Your sister station radio member. Omonso afedumedi atwa pete omo platform so. WhatsApp platforms edoso. Mom Online, Muslim Access Movement, Salamu Muslimin Foundation, Firm Believers in Islam, Al Muslim, and also Bibri Kwa. Edamu nyina mo asese mo follow. Ena yekwesi ada program no ye Ideal Muslimahs Show English edition. Ye ne Mallamah kesiye, Mallamah Mardiya, Mustapha eni bedi dwumedie. Ye be the history of Hajj. We video ani twegu a obi nka nkyerɛw. Ɛhɔ be the papa. O stars mo na o makokwa ba. Still na eyes in that's what they know what we are talking about. Now, Mallamah, assalamu alaikum. I believe you are doing well.
Alhamdulillah.
We brofo so school no ya nhyeda anko binti obeputo agum na yetie yedamu nyina mo ase ye program na se bismillah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
رحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Inshallah, with the permission of Allah, today I would like to talk about the history of Hajj. And the history, when someone mentioned the history of Hajj, the family that comes into our mind is the family of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his wife Nana Hajar alayhi salatu wasalam. So I would like to start with their marriage, how their marriage was composed. And then Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was first married to Sarah, his first wife. But after so many years, she couldn't bear children. So she then decided to set her slave free, and then she married her slave off to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and this slave is Hajar. So after some few years, or after some few time after their marriage, Nana Hajar became pregnant, and then she gave birth to Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. But Sarah became sad due to and for the fear of her being jealous, and maybe the jealousy may lead to something. She told Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to take Hajar away from her, and she should take her to another place. So with the direction of Allah and the permission of Allah, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam also took Hajar, and then he left her in a deserted place, which will later be Makkah, inshallah. So when they reached there, he left Hajar with her child Ismail, who was still breastfeeding, with just a basket of dates and then some bottle of water. Then he turned to go. So Hajar alayhi salatu wasalam asked him, "Oh Ibrahim, did Allah ask you to leave us here?" And then he said yes. And then she said, "Okay, if Allah told you to leave us here, then Allah is enough for us." So when he turned to leave, he recited a verse in Surah Ibrahim, which is Surah Ibrahim verse 37, which is Rabbana inni askantu min dhurriyyati biwadin ghayri dhi dhar'in inda baytika al-muharram Rabbana liyuqimu as-salata faj'al af'idatan minan nas tahwi ilayhim warzuqhum min ath-thamarati la'allahum yashkurun. Meaning, our Lord, I have made some of my offspring settle in a barren valley near your sacred house. Our Lord, I did so that they may establish prayer, so make the hearts of people affectionately inclined to them, and provide them with fruits for their sustenance, that they may give thanks. So after saying these prayers, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam left them there, and Hajar and Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam only stayed in this deserted place alone. And this place was a desert. People were not living there. They were the only people who settled there. There was no water. There was nothing was there. It was just a desert, a bare land. So she was there. And then after some few days, the Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam left them. Their water bottle, the water in their bottle got finished. And then one of the days, Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam started crying for water. So out of frustration, she stood up and started running to search for water. So she started running from the hills of Safa, then to Marwa, Safa to Marwa. She did that for 7 times. And imagine, these hills are 400 meters apart. So she started running from Safa to Marwa 7 times just to look for water for Ismail alayhi salam. So while running, she saw that a bird has settled where Ismail was, and she came there to observe what was going on. Then she saw that beneath the feet of Ismail alayhi salam, there was water was gushing out from beneath his feet. So she was very surprised, and then she was also afraid maybe the water would dry up. So she dug something like a well, and then she told the water Zamzam, meaning stop, so that it does not maybe overflow outside the distance. So she said Zamzam, meaning stop. And then there is also a narration that the angel Jibril came and told her that it is Allah who has made this happen for her, so she should she should drink from it, and then she should also protect and then maintain it there. So that is how we also got our Zamzam water that up to today people are still using it. So ending here, I would like to say some few these lessons we will learn from this from her marriage to this part. I would like to talk about some few these lessons we there are a lot of lessons, but I would like to talk about few of them. One, when the submission of Nana Hajar, when Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam brought her, if it was to be like these women of nowadays and ladies of nowadays, the way they would have complained, they would not even agree to go, because then if that is the case, they will say if that is the case, then the first wife should rather go because she wants to separate from her, or there will be some quarrel and fight all over the house. But she agreed to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam because he said it is a command from Allah, and she said if it is Allah, then Allah is enough for us. Meaning she's having this faith, she have this in tawakkul. She has submitted herself to Allah, and this is how women we should be. We should always submit in any case, whether being it good or bad. We should always depend or submit. Okay, if it is Allah, then it is good. Even if you think like you see it as a bad thing, just have faith that if it is from Allah, then it will be good, inshallah. And also, due to her submission, we there is this thing, and the miracle of Zamzam, or we got this Zamzam due to her submission. And like all Muslims know the benefits of Zamzam. I'm not supposed to say a lot about it. It is a medicine. It's a source of shifa, and people from the time of I would say thousands of years after Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to date, people are still using and benefiting a lot from this water. And even Christians also do benefit from this Zamzam. Another thing is also the Sai in Hajj. This woman was just running out of desperation to look for water for her child, but today it is a pillar in Hajj, or it is one of the pillars in Hajj for you to go up and down the Safa and Marwa hills for 7 times. Meanwhile, she didn't do it for it to be worship, to be a worship in the near future, but she just did it out of frustration. But today it is a form of worship. Now I would like to continue with the story. So after some time, some travelers came to pass, and then they saw also that birds were roaming around there where Nana Hajar and Ismail were. So they felt it like this is a sign of life. You can live in this place. They went there, and then they saw the well, and then they seek permission from Nana Hajar, and then they stayed with her in that deserted place. And these people are the Jurhum people. So she started. Therefore, the first people to settle in Mecca was the people of the Jurhum. They stayed with Nana Hajar and then Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. So after Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam left Hajar and went to Sarah, from time to time he would come and visit Hajar alayhi salatu wasalam with her son. So during one of his visits and his stay with Hajar, he had a dream that he was slaughtering Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. And he had this dream for 3 consecutive nights. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is a prophet. So if he has gotten this type of dream, like they said the dream of the prophets are like a manifestation or revelation. Because even in the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you can see that before he married Nana Aisha, he also had the same dream for 3 consecutive nights. So it is also a revelation to Ibrahim. So Ibrahim then told his son, "My son, I have seen in a dream that I am sacrificing you." Now, the answer the son gave Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is this thing. This thing I want us to talk about today, like the lesson. When Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam said, "My son, I have seen in a dream that I am sacrificing you," Ismail did not like criticize or say, "No, why will you sacrifice me? Am I this? Am I that? Why will you sacrifice? Why will you just dream that you are sacrificing me and then you like to also sacrifice me?" But then he said, "If it is Allah who has commanded you, then I am willing and I will be patient for you to sacrifice me." So he then turned to Nana Hajar and told Nana Hajar, "Please dress your son and then sharpen a knife and give it to me. Allah has commanded me to sacrifice your son." She also said, "If it is from Allah, then so be it." So he took him to the present place Arafah, where people go and stay for the Arafah nights or the day of Arafah. He took him there, and then while they were going, Satan came to Nana Hajar and then he wanted to pollute her mind, saying, "Do you know where your husband is taking your son? He is taking him to sacrifice him. And are you okay with that?" Like just trying to pollute his mind so that her mind, so that she will go against it or what. But then she said, if it is from Allah, then it's okay. Allah knows what he is doing. Then he went to Ismail, you know where your father is taking you to. He's going to sacrifice you. Are you also okay with that? And then he also said, if it is from Allah, then Alhamdulillah, there is no problem with that. Then he went to Ibrahim. Then he said, Ibrahim, are you going to sacrifice your son? Are you just going to sacrifice your son because you had a dream that you are sacrificing your son? And he just said a lot of things. And then Ibrahim just took stone and said, you are shaitan, get away from us. And then he took 7 stones and then he threw it at 3 different places to shaitan. And that is how we got the jamra, meaning the stoning. Also another pillar of Hajj. So we can also see that Ibrahim just took stone just to suck shaitan away from them, but it has turned to be a worship and a ritual or a pillar in Hajj, which it is a must for you to do it when you go for Hajj. So after he did that, and then he took Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam and to the where he is going to slaughter him. Then he had the intention to slaughter Ismail. Then he said to Ismail, my son, I am going to sacrifice you. Ismail said, if it is Allah's command, then Ismail asked, is it Allah's command? He said yes. Then Ibrahim said, and then Ibrahim said yes. So Ismail said, dearest father, do as you are commanded. God willing, you will find me to be of the patience. So he said, oh father, you were patient when Nimrod threw you into the fire, and Allah was pleased with you. I too, I am content with being sacrificed. Allah willing, you will find me to be of those who are patient. When I part from you, I will go to my Lord. When I part from this world, I will go to paradise. My only sorrow is that you will miss me for the rest of your life. Oh Father, if only you had informed me before, I could have farewelled my mother and we could have embraced each other. So these are the words Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam told his father. So he is telling his father that this is a test from Allah, because even when Allah tested you and then he threw you into the fire, he made Nimrod threw you into the fire, you were patient and then you endured this test. So me too, I will be patient and then with this test of Allah, so that Allah will be pleased with me. And even if I leave you, I'm going to unite with Allah. So showing that even Allah is greater. So I'm going to unite. I'm happy going to unite with Allah. If I leave this world, I'm going to unite, or I'm going to be in paradise, or I'm going to the hereafter to be in paradise. So meaning he is also trying to tell us that there is nothing in this world. This world is not of so much importance. The hereafter is much importance, and paradise is more importance than this world. So if he leaves this world, he's going to paradise. And then the other thing he said is, if his father has told him earlier on, he would have embraced his mother. So if his father has informed him earlier on when his mother was with him, he would have embraced his mother and then bid farewell to his mother. But then Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam also told him that because he was fearing maybe his mother will weep, or she will be in so much sorrow and she could not afford separating with her child. That's why he didn't tell him earlier. So then after that, the Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam prepared to slay his son Ismail. So about to be sacrificed, Ismail said to his father, tie my hands and feet securely so that I do not struggle from pain. Lift your clothes so that my blood does not splatter onto you. Sharpen your knife so that it will be easy to slaughter me. Cover my eyes so that your compassion and mercy towards me will not let you delay Allah's command. And take my shirt to my mother so that she can find consolation. So here, Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, who was going to be slaughtered, he wasn't thinking about himself, do this to me so that I will not feel about doing it. He was rather thinking about his father. He's telling the father to tie his legs to tie his hands and feet so that he will not shake or he will not struggle, so that the blood will just splatter on the father's clothes, and then that he should tie his eye so that his compassion, because there is this parent or fatherly compassion, will not make Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam delay Allah's command, meaning he was contented with whatever Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was going to do, and then he should take his shirt to his mother so that the mother will find consolation in the shirt. So when Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam also heard this, he started tearing, and then he said, "My dear son, how you help me in carrying Allah's command." Then he raised his hands and said, "Oh my lad, oh my Lord, please give me patience for this state of mine. Have mercy on account of my old age." Ismail also then raised his hand and said, "Oh my Lord, give me patience and forbearance." Then he said to his father, "Dear father, a condition of love is to avoid delaying carrying out a command." So he is trying to even tell Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to hurry in carrying out the command Allah has given it to him, because if you love someone, it is a way. Okay, the love will make you do things in haste for him. So since Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was Halilullah, he loved Allah so much. So it is also a condition of love to carry out the command of Allah in haste. So he is telling his father it is a condition of love to carry out, to not to delay the command of Allah. So he should be in haste and he should do it fast. So Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam then lay his son down and said, "Oh my son, farewell to you until the day of judgment. We will meet again then." Then he just put the knife on Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam's neck. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam to come and turn the knife. So he turned the knife, and when Ibrahim was slaughtering, the knife wasn't going through. So he turned the knife again, and then the angel turned. So they repeat the thing, they repeat it for so many times, but he wasn't able to slaughter Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. Then Allah said, "Ibrahim has truly fulfilled his dream. He has demonstrated his loyalty." And this can be seen in Surah Al-Safat 105. Here, Allah saying he has truly fulfilled his dream. Although he did not slaughter Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, he has fulfilled his dream, because in the dream, he saw that he was going to slaughter Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, not that he has already slaughtered Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. So even the act of going to slaughter in the process of slaughtering Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, it has come to manifest. So he has fulfilled his dream. Then after that, Allah sent Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam with a ram. So Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam came down with a ram, saying, reciting the takbir we normally recite during both Eids, reciting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Then when Ibrahim also heard this, he turned and then he said, "La ilaha illallah wallahu akbar." And when Ismail also heard this, he also said, "Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd." So here, that is also how we got the tashriq, what we normally say in the morning of every Eid, and also the 3 consecutive days of Eid al-Adha. Okay, Allahu Akbar, Allah, meaning Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. And then Ibrahim answered, "La ilaha illallah wallahu akbar." There is no God but Allah. Allah is the greatest. And then Ismail said, "Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd." Allah is the greatest, and thanks be to Allah. So here, I would like to end here and then talk about some of the lessons we could derive from also the point from the dream of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to this point. 1. There are a lot of things we've derived, and up to now we are still practicing here. The throwing of shaitan, as I mentioned earlier. People always waiting at Arafah, and the sacrificing of rams on the day of Arafah, and this Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. All this is from all this is from the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and then his son, and then his wife Hajar alayhi salatu wasalam. We can see that all this is due to the patience and forbearance and the submission our mother Hajar had in Allah, the tawakkul she had in Allah. Due to this tawakkul, Allah blessed her with Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, and then he made all the things that happened, or all the things she did, due to the suffering and frustration she had when Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam was crying, an act of worship. And also Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, he was a very young boy at then. Some narration says he was 7 years, some narration says he was 13 years. Even the answers he was giving his father, I cannot say that there will be a 13-year or 7-year-old child this day who would answer this, who will give these answers to his father. Because even, like I would say, even myself, if my father tells me, I'm going to slaughter you tomorrow, maybe I'll run from the home. Because how can I sit there for my father to come and slaughter you? But we can see that Ismail was different. He also helped his father to carry out the command of Allah. He knew that it is Allah who commanded it, and if it is Allah who made it so, then he is okay with. And in the near future, Allah will bless him with prophethood just because of this thing. From his childhood, how he was a good servant to Allah, always depending on him, thanking him in everything. And when Allah sent a ram, when he said Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd, Allah is the greatest, and thanks be to him. He thanked Allah for sending a ram and then denying making the sacrifice to end there. So there are a lot of lessons we will learn there, and we can see also Ismail, to our fathers out there. He was a patient, although he didn't have a child, and his only child was Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. When Allah commanded him to slaughter Ismail, he didn't blame Allah that, oh Allah, you didn't give me child from the beginning, and now you only gave me Ismail, and now you're also telling me to slaughter Ismail, like complaining. But he said, okay, if it is from Allah, then inshallah I'll carry it out, and Allah will, he had faith that Allah will bring who bless him with more good than this. So, and due to the faith and the he had, trust he had in Allah then bless him with a ram to rather slaughter for this. I would say Eid day, because presently the day of the Arafah is the Eid day, and that is why even up to date on Eid day we always slaughter animal. So we can also say thanks to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and Ismail, because it may be that if they weren't that patient and Allah sent down ram to them, then maybe even to date we would have been also slaughtering our they would have slaughtered our brothers out there, because if what they carried out in their life was it became a form of worship. And truly, if Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam has slaughtered his son, then it will also be a form of worship for Allah's sake. But Allah, being so merciful and compassionate, rather sent a ram from heaven to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to slaughter. So inshallah, I would like to end here with this part of the story. So inshallah, next week then I will continue with how Kaaba was built and the rest.
What do you say about our men sacrificing their wives to go on Hajj and even buying this sacrificial animal to slaughter? In the Quran, Ibrahim was commanded to slaughter the son. Meanwhile, we are ordered to what? Just to sacrifice wherever we go on Hajj. It is a pillar of Islam. And again, we will slaughter an animal instead of our sons. How do you see our men today? The popular majority of Muslims.
Seriously. That's a deep question. Yes, the Hajj. So, in place of the ram, the youth can sacrifice their monies, their time, and their resources. Is that not what Ustaz means by that? So, your advice to the youth on that?
Yes, it's true, because nowadays our youth, like even taking just a little money to do something for Allah's sake, like sacrificing for Allah's sake. They normally think maybe when we take it out, then our money or like something will reduce from our wealth and this thing. And it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be so. Because if Allah has blessed you with money, the money He has blessed you for you to do this sacrifice is separate from your wealth. And those who do it will bear witness that even after doing it, they don't feel it's like they've taken from their money or something. But
it doesn't affect
your wealth. Yes, because you're doing something for Allah's sake. You are implying, you are trying to seek for Allah's pleasure. And if Allah is pleased with you, of course He will increase your risk and also this thing. So our youth today should have the habit. If you have the means, it is even wajib for you to go to Hajj. If you have the means and you fulfill all the conditions, you have the money, you are saying you should go, because it is a form of worship. And going to Hajj will not like decrease your wealth. And also slaughtering or doing this thing, Qurban, will not also decrease your wealth. If you slaughter for a lesson.
They rather send their parents old men.
Yes. And they will go on Dubai for holidays.
You have to send your father or your mother to Hajj before you.
No. It's not a
first.
command. Yes. And even going to Hajj is better you go when you are strong, because sometimes we see from the videos, although we've not been there before, but we see from the videos our old ladies, when they go there, they do suffer a lot, because it is not an easy thing. Look at just this side, what Nana Hajar did, 400 meters from
apart,
this mount. 7 times you go to different mountains 400 meters apart. It's not easy. Even like we these youth and these young ladies and boys and girls, even running 100 meters baton in school, it wasn't easy for us. Then 400 meters you run up and down. So it would be better if you are strong. You are like a young person, you are strong, then you go. But it's not also bad for you to make your parents go to Hajj. But it's also good for you to go. Okay. It is not something like nowadays. It has tended to be like a culture, and everybody is adopting that. You will if somebody is old, then you should go to Hajj and come. Maybe thinking maybe the person is going to die, so you should go to Hajj and come.
It's like a farewell something.
And it shouldn't be that way, because even the young person can die before it has happened a lot. A grandmother will be there, and then her grandchild will die. So if you have the means, it's also good you go and come, and then if you also have another means, you let your parents also go.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Mallamah. I am Online Radio and TV. We are part 1 of the history of Hajj. Nameboa dasene yebesa to us inshallah.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك